have created some video with respect to this different types of data and this what is the difference between SQL and MySQL. Okay, so today we will be understanding the different commands present in SQL. Okay, so before going ahead, please to subscribe to our channel AI for Infinity and please to hit bell icon for the upcoming updates. Okay, so let's understand what is this, what are the different SQL commands we have. Okay, so before going ahead, so what is SQL? SQL stands for Structured Query Language, correct? So there are five sets of commands we have in this SQL. So the first one is the DDL command. Okay, the five different types of command we have, and the first one is a DDL command, and the next one, second is a DML, and third one is the DCL, and then TCL and a DQL. Okay, first, what is the meaning of this DDL? So DDL stands for Data Definition Language. See, we have some set of commands in each of that, but the main thing you need to understand over here is what is the purpose of each set of these commands. Okay, so what is the purpose of DDL, what is the purpose of DML, and what is the purpose of DCL, DQL, and TCL? That is what we need to understand over here. Okay, the first set of command, that is a DDL, stands for Data Definition Language. Okay, so as this, like, the purpose of this DDL command is to completely work with the outer structure. Okay, this DDL commands are going to help you for the working with the outer structure of the table or a databases. Okay, it helps to work with the outer structure of a table or a data. Outer structure of a table, we can say, are a data. So basically the DDL commands are not at all going to help you to do anything with respect to the inside content of a table. Okay, consider that if I have a table, okay, because this if I take some table name called students, and in the student table I have some columns like SID, which is a student ID, and something called IS name. Okay, and the age of the student, and say something course. Okay, these are the things we have in a table. Okay, and SID could be a one, two, something, and there could be some names and the age of the student and the courses. Okay, so what I mean to say over here is this DDL commands are basically works with the outer structure of a table or a database. What is the meaning of that? Outer structure basically means this one. So that is the call, like this names of the columns or the data types. All those things are called a structure. Okay, and this is called a structure. Okay, so this is called a structure over here, and this part you can say as a data. Okay, so DDL commands are basically to work with the structure. Basically this names are like creating a structure. Okay, so as you can see the commands over here, the create, drop, alter, truncate, is one is missing over here, that is rename. Okay, rename is also another command where we have under the this DDL. Okay, so DDL commands are basically for creating a outer structure, basically to create the structure or to drop the complete table or a database. Okay, so create is a one command where with that we can create this tables or the any of the database objects, can be a views or index or a database, anything can be created with the help of a create command. Okay, similarly we have something called this drop is to drop the complete table or a database or any of the database object. Alter is to make changes in the structure of this. Okay, that is what is called alter command. And truncate is the another command where it will just remove all the data in a single go, and it will recreate the structure. So that is what is called a truncate. Okay. Next comes the rename. What is rename? Rename is basically to rename the columns and rename the database. That can be done with the help of this rename a table. Anything can be done with the help of this rename command. Okay. So these things comes under a DDL. So what is the conclusion out about about this DDL is DDL commands are basically to create the structure. Okay. So the DDL commands are basically to create a outer structure of a table or a data. Okay. Or you can see database also. Okay. And next, let us understand now what is the purpose of this DML. Okay, first of all, what is DML? DML stands for Data Manipulation Language. Okay, see, with the help of DDL, we have created a structure. Okay, once we create a structure, we need to insert or we need to put the data into the structure, right? That can be done with the help of a DML command. The purpose of this DML command is to write a data. You can say we can write the data, write the data into the tables. Okay. So, the DDL will help you to create a structure. Once we have created a structure, we need to put a data into the tables or the structures, right? With that can be done with the help of a DML command. And we have a three commands over here. One is insert, update, and a delete. Insert is to insert the records into the tables or the structure, whatever we have created, okay, or a database. And this update is basically to update the things, okay, means like if you want to make any updating, whatever the things, see, we have entered some data, I want to make some changes with respect to that, that can be done with the update command. And you want to delete something from the table or a database, can be done with the help of a delete command. Okay. So DDL is helping you to create a structure. DML is helping you to write the data into the this tables or the databases. Okay. And the next set of command we have is this DCL. Okay, so what is the purpose of this DCL command? See, actually, there is DCL commands are basically for this giving a access. Okay, so I'll just explain with one scenario. So there is a job role called a data administrator. Okay, so database administrator. So what is the what is the role of a database administrator is? So the person who works as a database administrator will be the one who gives the access or who takes back the access from the employees. Consider there is an organization where the new guy or a new person joins the organization. Whenever that person joins the organization, he should get the access of that particular organization or his department access, right? That can be given with this command called grant. Okay, so there are two commands we have in case of this. One is grant and revoke. Grant is to give a permission or access, okay, to the employee who joined, where he can access the information of that particular organization. Okay, so when the new guy joins, we will give the access to once the person gets the organization. This we cannot access it. If we keep access, there is a misuse of it. For any reason, never the person leaves the organization with that access to it. There can be it's the remote is to give permission, revoke is to take back the permission, okay? The other access, you can say, this is what is called a grant and revoke, okay? So basically, these commands are basically for working with the providing a access or a permission related stuff, okay? And the next set of command is a TCL and DQL, okay? What is TCL? TCL stands for transaction control language. Okay, so the commands what all we have under this TCL is commit, rollback, and save point. These commands are basic like this TCL. The purpose of this TCL is to work with the transaction related operations. Okay, so uh, to work with the transaction related operation, we go for this TCL commands. Okay, commit is to make a permanent change, and this rollback is to roll back the transaction. So if I say a commit, the transaction will be committed, or it will be saved, or it will be a permanent. And if I want to roll back the transaction, okay, basically means I want to cancel the transaction or something. In that case, we can go for this rollback. And there is a something called save point, where we can save some transaction. Basically means we can say commit for few transaction and roll back for few other. That can be done with the help of this save point. Okay, so more detail I will be explaining this each of these commands by taking only a one command, like a DDL, DML, and EQL separately, and dedicated video I'll be going to create, where I'll be explaining with the even the queries also, and how the things happens in the live. Okay, so that we can do going further. And in that case, I will give a more clarity about this TCL. Okay, so the next command is a DQL command, as this DQL stands for data query language. Okay, so the data query language is nothing but a DQL command, and we have only one command over here, that is what is a select query. Okay, so we have only one command, that is select command. And basically the purpose of this DQL is to read the data. Okay, to read the data, we go for this select query, which is a part of our DQL. Okay, see, if we go for any of the programming language, we have something called a print, we have something called a print statement, right? So the same thing, it works in case of a query language, that select statement. Okay, this select statement is similar to the print statement, where we read and we print the things. Okay, that is what is the this DQL is, and the select query is all about. Okay, see, one thing is this, again I'll just repeat these things. So DDL is for creating a structure, and we can either like create a structure, or like create drop the things and alter, rename, and truncate. And one more thing I forgot to tell, so you have five commands, right? You may confuse to remember all the five commands of our DDL. In short, you can remember this create, drop, alter, truncate, rename as a Dr. Cat. Okay. So if you remember it as a Dr. Cat, D stands for a drop, R stands for rename, C stands for create, R A stands for alter, T for a truncate. So this is how you can remember the commands of this DDL. The next set, so the purpose of this DDL is to create the structure or a table, okay, outer structure of the table or a database. And uh, this DML commands are basically to write the data into the tables or databases. Okay, and this DQL is to read the data. So this is to create a structure, this is to write a data, this is to read the data. Okay, and this TCL is for transaction related operations, and this DCL is basically for giving a access or taking back the access. Okay, this is what is the overview we can say about the all this SQL commands. Okay, and if we focus basically on to the data analyst role. Okay, in your job role, you will be working almost 90% of 90 to 95% of the time you will be working on the this 90 to 95% of your time you will be spending on to this query. Okay, that is select query. Okay, because as the role data analyst basically means you have a data, you need to read it and you need to understand it, right? So that's what is the basic role of a data analyst. So in that case, you will be using 90 to 95% of the time you will be using this select query as the role of a data analyst. Okay, so this is all about the SQL command overview, we can say. And in the next videos, I'll be creating a dedicated video on DDL, and where we will understand all the commands of DDL with the hands-on. So like that, I will do it for all the five commands of this SQL. Okay. Hope you people have understood the importance of each of this commands of like each of the SQL commands, the what is the importance of them and what is the basic task they are going to do. Okay, and what are the different commands you have in each category. Okay, so that's what was the basic aim or like I wanted to cover over here. And in upcoming class, as I told, we will be creating a dedicated video on each of this SQL commands. Okay, hope you people have liked the things. Okay, please do subscribe to our channel, and once again I am telling, please do hit this bell icon so that you will not miss any of the updates. Okay, please do subscribe and please do hit the bell icon, and please do like the things, and if any comment also will be appreciable. So anything you want to learn also you can just ask us. Okay, we will be creating dedicated video on those topics as well. Okay, as I told, we will be planning to cover all the topics of data science and data analytics over here. So we are just going in a step by step, and please do comment whatever the things you want to learn from us. We will be creating the dedicated video on those. Okay. Thank you one and all, and bye bye.